When Manchester United sanctioned Marcus Rashford's surprise loan move to Aston Villa during the January transfer window, eyebrows were raised across the Premier League. Few could have imagined a player so deeply entwined with the identity of the club, an academy graduate, a local lad, and once the brightest spark of Old Trafford's attack, would be donning claret and blue just months later. Now, as Rashford begins to rediscover his form in the Midlands, questions are mounting. Did United make a colossal mistake that could come back to haunt them? Rashford's recent performances for Villa suggest just that. On Sunday, he netted his first Premier League goal for Unai Emery's side in a hard-fought 1-0 victory, his first league goal since December 1, 2024. The goal, while not spectacular, was significant. It was a reminder of the player he once was, sharp, instinctive, and clinical in the final third. For Villa, the win propelled them to 7th in the table, just one spot outside the European places, and added yet another layer of importance to Rashford's resurgence. But perhaps more telling than his league strike was his performance days earlier in the FA Cup quarter-finals against Preston North End. Rashford was electric, scoring a brace to seal a dominant 3-0 win and book Villa's spot at Wembley for a semi-final clash with Crystal Palace. It was a performance dripping with confidence, movement, and purpose, attributes that seemed to have deserted him during his final months at Old Trafford. This resurgence poses a serious question for Manchester United's hierarchy. Why did they let him go? At the time of the move, Rashford had endured a turbulent first half of the 2024-25 season. His form was inconsistent, his body language criticized, and his relationship with then-manager Erik ten Hag reportedly strained. Off-field distractions and injuries further complicated his campaign. A loan seemed, to some, like a reset, a temporary departure that would either rekindle his fire or prove that his time at United had run its course. But Rashford wasn't just another underperforming player. He was the player many expected to lead United into a new era. Just last season, he was their top scorer and arguably their most important attacker. Letting him leave, even temporarily, seemed to signal more than just tactical pragmatism. It suggested the club had lost faith. What's more concerning for United fans is what Rashford's return to form could mean. If he continues to thrive under Emery, a manager known for revitalizing careers, and helps Villa secure a top-6 finish or, better yet, an FA Cup final berth, United may find themselves in a painfully ironic position, watching one of their own flourish elsewhere while their own forward line continues to struggle for consistency and identity. United's season has been anything but smooth. Injuries, tactical confusion, and underperforming forwards have seen them stumble in key fixtures. The goals have dried up at crucial moments, and the attacking cohesion is often non-existent. In this context, Rashford's renaissance isn't just a narrative of personal redemption, it's a glaring reminder of what United lack. There's also the psychological element to consider. Rashford's success at Villa may embolden him to question whether a return to United is even in his best interest. A permanent move could be on the cards if Villa push for it and Rashford feels more at home in Birmingham than Manchester. For a club that has spent the better part of the last decade trying to reconnect with its roots and rebuild its identity, losing a homegrown talent in his prime would be a damning indictment of its current leadership. Of course, it's still early days. Rashford has just begun to find his feet again, and there's a long way to go in the season. But if his performances over the past week are a sign of things to come, United may soon be forced to confront the uncomfortable truth that they misjudged not only a player's form, but his entire trajectory. And in the cutthroat world of modern football, such miscalculations can have lasting consequences. For now, the gamble is Villa's gain, and potentially United's loss. As Wembley looms and the race for Europe intensifies, the question hangs heavy over Old Trafford. Did Manchester United let go of Marcus Rashford just as he was about to rise again? If so, the echoes of that decision may reverberate far beyond this season. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more entertaining news. Headlines and highlights concerning Aston Villa.